I have never made pulled pork before, so naturally, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go up against a frozen food brand to see if I can make it just as good, if not better, for a very similar price. This is Thawed Out. The pot pie boomer is back, this time to challenge me with her Kansas City pulled pork mac and cheese. Well, Marie Callender, let's hope that your pulled pork mac and cheese is better than your Swedish meatballs. But first, we're actually doing something a little different. We're gonna actually make my own first and then try hers alongside mine. Let's thaw this recipe out. Okay, this is gonna sound like a lot, but trust me when I say that the price per serving more than makes up for it. You'll need a big, dummy thick, 4-pound pork shoulder. Now that's a lot of piggy right there. Now we can't just cook this pork shoulder raw like this. We gotta season it first. That's right, we're making a rub. Mix together 1/3 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and a teaspoon each of seasoned salt and pepper. Now we take our gloves, ooh, naughty, and Ainsley, you got this one?
Give your meat a good old rub.
What he said. Make sure the whole surface is coated in that spice rub. Yes, it has now been properly rubbed. I'm using a crock pot or slow cooker or whatever you want to call it, but this also works with an Instant Pot. I don't know how those work, so don't ask me what to do with it. Do your own research. Lift the seasoned pork shoulder into the crock pot, but before we let it go, we must add one more thing, or it'll die. Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is. It's 1 can of Dr. Pepper, baby. Now that is more like it. I'm cooking on high for 4 hours, but you can also cook on low for 7 hours if you have the time. Well, I guess we have nothing to do for 4 hours now. Oh, the mac and cheese. Be sure to make this about 20-ish minutes before the pulled pork is done. We'll be right back.
3 hours later.
Now, I'm not gonna go in depth about how to make mac and cheese because I already went in depth on how to make mac and cheese in my buffalo chicken mac and cheese video. So, in the card above, watch that video if you want a detailed version, and if not, stick around here, watch some replay of the previous video, and watch the Spark Notes version. Make the roux, gradually pour in your milk and stir, dump in 2 cups of hand-shredded cheddar cheese, generously season, and mix with your cooked pasta. Done.
Everybody got that?
Now let's lift up the lid of that crock pot and oh my god, look at that piggy. Lift it out onto a cutting board, take 2 forks, and tear that sucker apart. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the bit again. I'm not gonna rip and tear until it is done. Now yes, we made a ton of pulled pork, and no, we're not gonna use all of it. Take a handful of it and place it into a bowl. Now I'm gonna take the easy route here and just use pre-made Kansas City barbecue sauce. If you do wanna make it, find another video that makes its own sauce, knock yourself out. Pour as much sauce as you like into the bowl and give it a toss, and that is your Kansas City pulled pork. Go ahead and place down a generous helping of mac and cheese, followed by a sweet, sweet pile of pulled pork to sit right on top. I don't know if this is really what they eat in Kansas City, but whatever it is, I'm here for it. God, what the hell? Just mix it around and what the? Well, if it isn't Chef Boyardee, is that you? The pulled pork is very minimal, and in fact, when you stir it in, it just kind of dissolves into mush as you mix it with the mac and cheese. And also, most of the Kansas City sauce that I see is just kind of stained onto the side and isn't really being incorporated. It kind of just looks like mac and cheese that's slightly orange with some mushy pork in it. So let's try it. I don't know what that tastes like, but it's not Kansas City, I'll tell you that. But then you have something like mine, which has actual Kansas City barbecue sauce and was made with care and real cheese and all that stuff. So let's try a combination of the pork and mac and cheese. Man. You know, this isn't a sponsor for the Kansas City sauce that I used, but that Kansas City sauce really friggin' helps this dish. And the spices that we put in the mac and cheese, I can actually taste it from here along with the Kansas City barbecue sauce. And now for the prices. This is the amount that I paid for Marie Callender's, and this is the amount that I paid for my own. Now, is it cheaper? Technically, no. However, I think that because the flavor profile is 10 times better, plus you have all this meat left over to use, it's more than worth it to pay just a small more amount for this so that it tastes better. Thank you once again for watching me wipe the floor with Marie Callender's. If you watched this and were inspired to make your own pulled pork mac and cheese, subscribe, leave a like, and hit the bell for more Thawed Out.